Okay, folks. Um, I'm just walking on the street, and together with a neighbor friend of mine, talking about, of course, this coronavirus and all that kind of thing. And I walk by a trash can, and there standing my number uh, on the trash can. It do not fit because there was standing 13 CD or DC, or it also can be 31 CD or DC, and this is a warning of God. This is a warning of God, and this got something to do with a data or something. I just don't know, and I also do not know what CD means or DC. It also can be disconnected, DC. I need to figure out why they use on this trash can my number, and then it say CD or DC. Because 13 can also be 31, and today we are in 31, right? Yeah, 31. But I do not understand DC or CD. So, sometimes I get things inside, folks, and then it will take a while, a few days, before I will understand what God tried to tell me. You understand? And God always do it in that way. And I did get it lots of times that God did warn me with things on the trash can or colors or or numbers or just things, and then I go for it and then I see what it means, you know. So a long time I was warned also about a trash can, and I did go to that number, and there was a lot of problems in that house, and that is how I did go there, you know. But I was well known already there, so but God did warn me that something will happen, and that this girl did walk in her underwear, and people did come, big people, to take her away, because she was walking in her underwear at home, and then I did stand up and I told that people, you got nothing to do if she walked naked in her home. That is her business, you know. It's true. On the internet, little girls are walking in underwear. It may be. This may be. You know. It's okay. But a girlfriend of mine who walking at home in her underwear will be locked up. That is very strange. You know. I look all over the internet, and I told also that guy, weet je, you know. So the people who are walking on the internet, almost naked, they can do it, and this girl, you take her into a house or something, a house of not people. I told him, you got nothing to do if I walk naked in my own house. You never can lock me up, man. If you don't like it, just don't what? It's my own thing, and I'm inside. So what's the problem? So then he understand, because he did get a big mouth, very big mouth, and then he apologized for his big mouth. But I'm always speaking the truth, folks. So they must come to me to tell me, yeah, man, sorry that I did be against you in a very dirty way, talking hard and all that kind of thing. And he do not have even a reason to talk hard because I'm standing completely in my truth, So, but I did get this in. 13 DC or CD. This also can mean that it is 31, and today it's 31, but I do not DC or CD. I think on disconnected. They also use DC. And I also do understand in the time of Jesus Christ, they also did use DC, right? And that is what I remember. I do not know much about this biblical stories and all that kind of things, folks, because I really go with God and only listen to God. And that is my opinion, My opinion is don't go with the words what is writing down by people, but go with the words what did come out the mouth of God and what will come out of the mouth of God. That's the thing you need to go for, and not for the Bible and everything what is standing there, because it's all bullshit. It's not true, That the world will go down, yeah, we all know. You don't need the Bible for this. We all know, and you all can see it now. But in the beginning you did not see it, but yeah, it's coming up now, folks. So yeah, we know that we are in this end time cyclist thing, and yeah, I told you many times. But I did get a warning, or I see it like a warning, because God always do it like this. And they're standing 13 DC or CD. And I was together with a neighbor friend of mine. I was talking with him, and I told him, hey, look, man, this trash can, it's a 13. But I live on 13, and my trash cans are standing where it need to stand. Not on the place where I find number 13 CD or DC. And that's my number. So God warned me for or 13 or 31. CD or DC. And if I think about DC, then I think about disconnect. This did come directly. Disconnect, or something with Jesus Christ in the time they did use DC. I also can remember it got also something to do with DC. For DC, after DC or something, Yeah, there is something with DC, what I do remember, what comes from Jesus Christ, I'm sure. But it also can mean disconnected. So 31 disconnected, or 13 disconnected. When it is 13, folks, yeah, we need to wait a little longer till it is 13. Again, folks, I get a warning from God, I directly go to the internet and start to talk about it. You understand? Because that's the only thing I can do. And that's the way I walk together with God, And God gave me those things. And I will go directly to the internet because that's the only thing still I still can do to warn you that I did get a message inside, and it say 13 or 31, CD or DC. And 13 is the number of my trash can, because it's the number of my house. Or not mine house, but the house I rent, I live in. It's a loan, you know. So as many of you people do have a loan house, right? It never will be yours. And when you're gone, you will understand what I'm talking about. Never something will be yours. You never can say this, folks. But I hear it from any mouth coming, that you say that it is yours. But it never will be really yours. And you will understand the day you die. You're going to lose everything. As far as I know, I speak the truth, right? And you only can say, yeah, it's true. I know. So I know what I'm talking about. I always will speak the truth. And you only can say, yeah, that's true. Binnen met je knecht. Deze jongen, this little boy who was singing outside, he sing about Santa Claus. In this time. He must love it or something. He always sing this thing, you know. But folks, if I get warnings inside, yeah, that can be I'm standing still or I'm walking somewhere and I don't know where I walk. You know, God will do this thing for me, you know. He will steer me in the way I need to go. And sometimes I go drive away somewhere and I don't know where I go, you know. And then I stop on the place I need to stop and I sit down and I wait. And then I get the message inside. And then when I get the message, I go home and I start to talk that God that sent me there and there. And directly I go to the internet. I cannot be more honest than this. And then I come back and then I say, yeah, did you see what did happen on TV? On the news? And then you will understand that I was much more early before it even did start. You know? But in the beginning, I do not know where I go and what is the meaning of God, you know. So then I come back and I will wait. And then I see the things happening and then I say, oh yeah, God, that is what you did warn me for. And this will happen again, folks. And this will happen on or 31. I think it's a data, you know. And CD or DC can also be used like disconnected. And how do you need to see disconnected? Well, you can be disconnected from people, from the internet. And yeah, you can disconnect it from a lot of things. You can use it like that. You understand? And God see it like disconnected. You know? Also, when people die, you are disconnected from the people you are with. because God always, he talk not in your way, he talk in his way. And I only do understand how God talk, you understand, and really no one else. And I get these things inside. I'm happy I did get this number 13 or 31 inside. It's my number, so this is to me, you understand? God talked to me. He showed me this thing. And I told the friend I did walk with, I told him, hey, look, man, there's standing number 13. And he told me, yes. I told him, but that is my number. I live there on number 13. And then I did come back, and then I saw, first I thought it was number 9, but it was CD next to each other, or DC, because you can also change it, like upside down, you understand? I always do this. So it is or 31 or 13. If it is 31, then I will come back and I will tell you something disconnected on 31. I think it got something to do with disconnected, or it got something to do with Jesus Christ. And that is DC. Or it got something to do with CD. And this I really don't know. So, I need to wait, folks, and I get this kind of message. I did get it all the time, and I told you just before I did go to the store to buy the things, I need. I get this message inside. And God always do it on a very special way so that no one will understand and will walk just through it, And I'm standing still and I get the message inside. Because I'm the one who walk with God, and the rest of the people, they walk through it. They do not walk with God, so they don't know and they don't watch it at all, But I walk with God, and I get this inside. 13 or 31. If it is 31, then it will happen soon. Now. Because now it's 31. Data 31. January, February, March. It's March, The last day of March. 31. After this, April will come. So also the April full time. So don't be fooled. Also, this got something to do with the coronavirus. They're going to do something with this April Fool thing. You understand? And this also got to do with the coronavirus. So, Because there are also people who make music about COVID or the coronavirus. And also people who laugh with it and make fun with it, make jokes. It should not be that way. Not any of that ways. It's a despicable thing to do. Just don't do it. But okay, folks, CD 31 or 30. And really, I do have 2 trash cans, and my trash cans, I don't know any better, or it say 13. I do live on number 13. The first day I did come to this home, to this house, I did not even want to step in. because I thought all the time it was a dirty number. But it did become my lucky number, because this is where God did touch me, in this house on number 13. So I keep this with me. So 7 is my lovely number, because it's the number of God. 9 is the number of trouble, war. And 7 is the number of love. And there are more numbers with meaning, like 12 and 4 and 1 and 4 times 1 and 3 times 1 and 2 times 1. And 1 times 1, but that is very, very selfish. You understand? Yeah, it got something to do with that. It's a number with a meaning behind it. And now I get a number inside. And God did always do that kind of message giving to me. You know, He different colors of trash cans. I did get an orange trash can, and then I tell the people, yeah, my trash can is completely orange with dust like from the desert or something, and how it comes there, I just don't know. It's just a warning of God. And then I saw somewhere in France did happen something with that car. And also I saw a trash can, and there was standing a liar or something, and then a guy did come, and he did come on an orange field, and also did start to lie about the things what did happen and all that kind of things. So I see orange like lying, they always lie when they are walking in orange. You understand? And I did get this insight from God, and I directly start to tell the people before it did start even to happen that my trash can was orange and with some dust or something. And yeah, who did put this there? I don't know, maybe an angel, or God will not come down himself to make my trash can in another color. I think he sent his people. So yeah, and he also did do this many times. He sent people to me, and they warn me in a very special way. If something big starts to happen, I always will know what is going on, because people will come to me and always will warn me. And after this, I never will see them back. You understand? Like they never been there. So, yeah, and I did get many of these kind of warnings inside. This is when you walk with God, folks. God will protect you, and God will give you the warnings whenever He think that you need that warnings. You understand? And that's just the way it is. You understand? And I can do nothing about it. Also, if you do have complaints about me, you need to talk with God, folks. And you cannot talk with God, I know. But for me, easy to say, yeah, you need to talk with God. If you do not like what I say, or, well, you do not like me at all, or you don't want me, or whatever, it's not me who did create this in me, it was God himself who did create this in me. So you need to complain by my Father God. If you do not like the way I talk and the way I say things and bring things and warn you for things, then you definitely need to talk with God. Because it was not my thing to become in what I am right now. That's how easy it is, folks. But I did get this warning inside, and it say, or 30, number 30, that will come next, or 31, and that is right now. Today is 31. And then it say DC or CD. But how I need to see CD, I do not know. But DC, I directly in my mind come disconnected. Disconnected. So, yeah, maybe something will be disconnected in people. Lots of people today or something. That this will be a special day of dying people. It's a possibility, folks. I just don't know what it will be. But I'm gonna watch this today. And I take all these things I get from God very seriously. In the beginning I did play with it and I thought, oh man, yeah, God can tell me a lot, but I do not go for it, and that was in the beginning when I started to walk with God. I thought like this, and then I saw that it really do exist and really will happen. And then I come back. Then I start to think, whoa man, I need to take God very seriously in the way he tried to show me things. But in the beginning I was like, yeah man, it's okay. You can tell me a lot, but tell it to my cat. He is more stupid than me. You understand? So yeah, folks, but that was the beginning of time, the beginning when God did come. I was not used to walk with God. So yeah, everything is new, and ja, wij zeggen wennen, but you need to use on it. And in the beginning, yeah, all the new things are difficult. You understand? It's a new thing, so you learn a new dance or a new song. Yeah, it's new, so it's not that easy to bring it. You understand? And this was also with me with God. I did not take him seriously, and I did get visions and dreams, and yeah, all the time I did not take him seriously. When I started to see that the things really started to happen in the dreams I did get, I started to think about it, to take God seriously. But in the beginning, yeah, God come and you think, whoa man, that is not possible. So in the beginning, everything is difficult. But when you walk a while with it, then, yeah, it will become very useful. Suddenly it will become very useful. And well, God is very useful to me, folks. And I'm also very useful to God. We are connected. It's also possible that God disconnect me. Yeah, because I'm talking about that I'm connected with God all the time. But it also can be 31 disconnected. Maybe God don't want me anymore. It's also a possibility, folks. I just don't know. Maybe God get enough of me and he throw me away. I just don't know. Now I become really scared. Father God, will you disconnect me? Well, folks, however, if God disconnect me, then I did lose God. Then I will be very sad. I do not think that is the thing I saw. But I leave all the possibilities always open, folks. You know, I'm very special person in thinking. So I leave all the possibilities open. It's also possible that I can be disconnected from God. Because I talk like this, that I'm always connected with God. And now I think I see DC or CD. And DC is like disconnected. So it's possible also that I will be disconnected from God. It's a possibility, folks. I will not say that this is true, but I leave all the possibilities open. Maybe I did do something terribly wrong in speaking to you. Then I start to think like this, folks. I do not think that my father ever will disconnect me. I do not think so. But I did get 30 DC inside, or 31. So maybe I'm disconnected from God, that I don't get any vision insight anymore and dreams, you know. And this is happening already for a few months or something, you know. God do not come, God do not visit, God do not speak, God, you know. And then I start to talk like this, and then people suddenly come by my door to tell me that they love me, but they do it in a way. I only remember how God talked with me in the way he loved me. And this is what comes out of the people's mouth. And then I do understand, oh, that is not the people who say this, but it's God himself, that he tell me that he loved the son he did touch. So I don't think that I will be disconnected from God, but it's a possibility. I keep it open. Or that I will be disconnected from the people, folks. Then I go today or on the day 30. That's also a possibility. That God will disconnect me from you. You know? Because I know, folks, my time is almost done. I knew it when God did come. I directly did get this. I know that I'm here and I work for God. And I do this for God to warn you. I do not do this for you, but I do this completely for God, because it is what I owe to God, you know. And you need to be wise and only start to listen. So it's possible that today I will be disconnected from God, and this can be two ways. Or I will go, then I'm disconnected from you. Or God will disconnect me from Him. It's also possible. So I do have 4 possibilities. Because I see DC always, and I use it also always. DC, I call it disconnected. And I told you, I am always connected with God. So it's possible that I can be disconnected from the people, or disconnected even from God. You know? But I do not think that I will be disconnected from God. But I like to be disconnected from you people. I told you all the time, and folks, this will start to happen in some kind of way. And then you really will understand that I told you the truth. If you never hear me, then I am disconnected from you. Because then God finally took me away from here. And I know this is already the way I walk with God for 7 years. A little bit more than 7 years. You know, I'm working here, folks. That's the thing I do. And if it means that I will be disconnected from God or from you, yeah, but I think that first thing, that I will be disconnected from you. Or it got something to do with number 13, and that the people will be disconnected from other people, so that many people will die today. It's also a possibility. Or the 13th. So yeah, I leave all the possibilities open. I'm not scared, folks. If I will be disconnected from God, then it's God's will. And I will find rest in it. You know, then maybe I did do something wrong. Something God do not like. I don't know what I ever did do wrong, because I always did work hard for you to want. But I also told you I will not stay here long. You know, I did get time to warn you. And if I gonna get the whole cyclus you people really get, you know, I don't know. But in the time I wanted to be with God, I told you I want to kill myself, and God directly did come to me with a very big warning voice. No, no, no. And I told my Father God, but Father God is the only way to be with you. I want to be with you. I don't want to be with these people. You told me I cannot trust them, and I cannot trust what comes from their hand. So the things. So what do I need to do here? I want to be with you. You know? So I know, yeah, God wants me, of course He wants me back. But for now it's not possible. But I get this number and the DC, and I see always DC light disconnected. This got something to do with the number and the disconnection. And I only can find out 4 things. Or I will be disconnected from God, or disconnected from the people, what I want, I always did ask for, or it is something that people will be disconnected from each other. And that means that many people will die today. A big number. Than I think of. Today. Or the 13th. So these are the 4 possible ways I can think of. There is nothing more than that. So, yeah, I'm going to wait. I will see it. But I leave always all the possibilities open, folks. I always told you that I am like that. I leave all the possibilities open. It's also possible that I can lose my father. Then I'm also disconnected from God. Because God did come on a special way. And he also can go on a special way. Then there is no God anymore. Then God is gone. And I'm very scared also for that thing, that I can lose my Father God. Then I'm also disconnected from God. So there are 5 possibilities. I'll leave them all open. And I told you folks, if I need to take the place of my Father God, it will not start to happen. I told my Father God also already, Father God, if this is the meaning that I will take over the business you do, I go with you wherever you go. And if it means that I need to die for it, then so be it. Because then I die together with God. Folks, and I really deeply mean it. I don't have even to think about it, you know. I'm sure I will do this, for sure. I'm not scared to die, folks. For me, this is not the problem. I'm not scared to die. You are all scared to die. I am not scared to die. So this DC or CD, I cannot figure out CD. But I can figure out DC. And before DC and after DC, you know, the years when Christ was there, DC. But I do not know CD. CD also can have something to do with music or something. Yeah, then I think about a CD, you know. This is how I see, yeah, something in the music terrible also can happen. Yeah, I just don't know. But it's all on number 13 or 31. And today it's 31. and it say definitely DC, and I see it like disconnect. And yesterday I was disconnected from the internet, and this did happen on 1 o'clock something, you know. So that did happen already. And then I did read this on the trash can. I just don't know. I do have some possibilities, I'll leave them all open. But I do not think that I will be disconnected from God. God will never disconnect me. It's not possible, folks. The works I do, and I told you, complete honest with you, it's not possible that that God will disconnect me. It's not possible. So I better do not think that Father God do not love me anymore, because if I say this, then people will come by my door, and in the voice of God and in the speaking how I know God, will people talk with me that I do love me. You know, you are the apple of my eyes and all that kind of things, you know. This is how God talked with me. Eh? He cuddled me on a very special way, and he speaks very special languages. And if this comes out of people, then I do understand. Oh yeah, God did send this into the people, and the people do not even know what they're talking about to me. But I do understand what the people bring me from God. But the people do not understand that they are on that moment connected with God. Only I know. Because I know my Father God, and I know how He speaks with me. And human beings here in this world do not speak like God speaks. So it's for me very easy when people come to me and start to speak like God speaks. So then I do understand, oh God, it's God. Because the rest of these people do not know the cuddling, talking of God. They cannot know. It's only me who can know. That's why it's only me who do understand the message what comes from God. It's really only me, folks. I am the unknown prophet of God. Like I told you already so many times. So will I be disconnected from God? And does it mean disconnected? I just don't know. DC got also to do with Jesus Christ. You know? But CD, yeah, then I think about the music. Or the music industry. That something will happen there. You know? Something terrible or something big. What all people will see and hear. Or I will be disconnected from the people. It's also possible. Because it's the thing. It's my biggest wish to be with God right now. He can take me away right now. I don't want to be with you, folks. You are not my cup of tea. I will never drink from you. So it's also a possibility then I will be very happy to be with God, because that's where I belong. And this sounds like a very big fairy tale. But I'm telling you folks, you need to believe in fairy tales to be with God. Because God is like a fairy tale. And so is heaven. It's like a fairy tale, folks. You will see things there what really is unbelievable, and you will not believe your own eyes. And it also can make you very crazy. You need to get warned before you get in, because it's a very different world with very different things you do know nothing about. Very different colors. I saw there how God worked with colors, and the colors are alive. They are moving, you know, and out of this moving, things start to come alive. I saw God many times show me this, how we work with colors. And colors got everything to do with another dimension, or 3D, or 4D, or 100 hertz, or whatever, you know, what you see on your TV. A very deep dimension, like you are in it. God is working all the time with that kind of colors, or powder colors, or oil colors, or yeah, I saw it many times. God did show me how we can create it. And then it will start to come alive. And this got something to do with colors and what he draw and all that kind of thing, folks. And if you see it, yeah, you will become crazy, folks. And you will go straight in it. So you are between the living colors God did create. And it start to come alive. It get life forms, all the colors. And then it start to become something what will be recognizable for you, like a living room, or a man, or a girl, or a place, or a town, or, you know, a castle. Yeah, God did show me many times in that way, and this is also how the visions work by God, you know. God do this with magnificent living colors. These are living colors. They live their own life. But it start to live when God start to put it there. It start to come alive, and yeah, it will form something. But these are living colors. It lives. It do something. It tell you a story. And it pull you right in it. Like you are there. So it's very difficult when you are in heaven to understand what kind of magical things are there. It's really, really a magical world. You did not know that it will go like that. It's very beautiful also. It smells always very nice. always you will have a nice feeling, and always you will be right on time with the right feelings and the right things and the perfect life. I only do understand you can get it in heaven and really nowhere else. There are other places what is nice, but never that nice like heaven. And folks, you need to do a lot to get this. Really a lot. So maybe it means that you will not hear me here on the internet anymore, folks. Then I will be disconnected from you. And then I also will prove you, hey, the unknown prophet is not there anymore. And then you will come back a year later and you will say, hey, still the unknown prophet is not there. What did happen with the unknown prophet? Then you will understand that I already did warn you. I do not have much time left. You understand? I do have less time left than you people. But for me, yeah, something else will. Well, I go to God and I will ask God directly when I come there. I will hug him, I will kiss him, I will hold him, I will tell him how much I love him, and I will keep him in my arms, maybe for 24 hours. I will not let him go. But when this is done, I will ask my Father God, what can I do for you? Can you send me somewhere else? Are there other problems? Am I needed? Can you send me? Because I always will help my Father God, folks. This is the creation God did give me. I will help people whenever I can. So this is what will start to happen when I go to heaven. I will hold my Father for 24 hours. I will not let him go. I will fight with God if he wanna let me go. You know? But fighting in my way. I will hold him for 24 hours. I will not let him go. And when this is done, I will ask my Father God, next. Do you have something for me, what I can do for you? Or do you think I need some rest now? Because then I take my rest. It's the way always God wants from me. I always will give to God. Folks, this is how deeply I am in God. I'm going to see what the message is of this trash can. God did do it already many times with me. And I dare not to say, if God still loves me, that I ask my Father God, do you still love me? Because then I will get people in no time by my door who will tell me that they love me. But they will tell it in a way that I will recognize the way God always speaks to me. And that's a special manner of talking. That is the talking of God. I always will remember. I also will remember the smell of God. You know? or how he look like, or what he do, and what he can't do, how powerful he really is. I know everything of God, everything. So when God is close to me, I smell him. I know precisely the smell of God. I know really everything of God. For God do not smell like you, and God do not look like you, and God do not act like you. So for me it's very easy to recognize my Father God. Only when the devil is between it, it will become a little bit more difficult. But always I will trick him. I know that the devil is a tricker of the people, but I did trick the devil already many times. I always did find out that he did come like God and that he is not God. He did try to do this lots of times, together with his disciples, like Madonna, Beyonce, and all that kind of pop stars you love so much. Try to trick me, try to have sex with me, try to suck me, all that kind of things, folks. Yeah. So, yeah. I always will recognize my Father. So lookalikes, the devil don't have to try anymore. And he don't try anymore. You know, he don't do it anymore. So, and also the children of the devil, they also leave me alone. Yeah, yesterday Madonna did do something still in my mind, you know. She did give me some bad feeling. That was Madonna. But Madonna is a very high ranking person next to the devil, folks. You need to understand. And all these rich bitches are. Like Rihanna and all that kind of, you know, Miley Cyrus. And the big people. So folks, it's not possible that I will be disconnected from God because I saw that I walked with Rihanna to bring her to the place where she belongs. And that will be hell on earth. There is where she will go. Created by you people, she will go into that flame. Well, it's more a place what was created by sinkholes. And the sinkholes I saw, they come together in one big river of lava or something, you know, what comes out of the mountain and that kind of stuff. She go into there. And that is a very hot thing. But she was hot on earth, right? So she get what she deserved. She was hot and she make people hot, so she will get the hotness. And all these people, because I did walk not only with Rihanna, but I was only talking with Rihanna. And I told my Father God, can you give her another chance? You know, and God did do with his head. No, no, no. No, it's not gonna happen, my son. It's not gonna happen. She will get what she deserves. And God is very straight in that. But I was a little bit, I let speak my good heart because I saw Rihanna for the first time really cry. She never did cry really in her life. This is all fake, But there I did walk with her and I saw she was sincere and she was sorry and all that kind of thing, She did regret it and she did repent and she did really cry. And for me, it was only the thing to bring her to the place she need to be. And that is into that pool of, not fire, but liquid stuff. Some liquid stuff is in there and it burns. But it was liquid. I saw it like, I did look down, I was standing next to her. I told her, will you go yourself or do I need to help you a little bit to push you in? And she did look at me and she told me, it's my own fault and you don't have to push me. And then she jumped into this liquid stuff. And this liquid stuff, I saw it comes from mountains. And that kind of river will be made out of sinkholes. And I also know where I did bring her. I do not know the place, but I know it was a beautiful place, but it go up like the higher you go, the lower you can look low. You understand? So it was a way like that, but did go slowly upstairs. And then there was a big hole, like a sinkhole. And then she jumped in. But she was not alone. She was with all the celebs. All of them. They all did go in there. But I only did talk with Rihanna. Because I did feel bad for Rihanna. I don't know why I took Rihanna. I just don't know. Because they are all the same. But I was next to Rihanna. So I think Rihanna must be the most worst person here on earth. Who do things you do not know about. It is Rihanna. I did walk with. Also Madonna did walk there and all these celebs did walk there. These rap people and African people, many different kind of rich people did walk there. And these are all celebs. They all did walk on the red carpet. These people, they will go. They will into the liquid stuff. Well, that's how come out of a mountain. Yeah, I call it liquid stuff. Liquid fire or something, But I only did talk with Rihanna. Because I did feel sorry for her. And I don't know why, because they're all the same and all need the same thing like Rihanna did get in that time. So folks, I saw myself doing this, so it's not even possible that I will be disconnected from God. So two possibilities are open. Something will happen today. It got something to do with disconnection. This also can be that the internet will go down in many parts of the world. It's a possibility. Yesterday I did get already a warning inside that I was disconnected from the internet, TV and my mobile device. So maybe this was already a warning. And I also did get today a warning about DC 13 or 31. So yeah, I'm gonna see it. But I tell you, when it did not happen yet. Or maybe it did happen now, because I talk a lot and yeah, any minute folks I talk, yeah, something can happen in this world in what I talk. You understand? Yeah, that is the way I saw this also many times. I was talking and then I was done talking and then directly what I did talk about did happen already. You understand? But it did happen on the time I precisely did talk the thing. It also did happen many times, you know, and that is mind blowing, folks. But you only can do this when you do walk with God. God will show you any possible way what is possible for Him to give you, and He will give you, you know. So walk with God and get the same things I did get. You always will get one, all the time, folks. He never will leave you alone also. You cannot walk away from God because, yeah, God did touch you and He wants you. And if you are touched, you want Him, definitely. You want Him and only Him and nothing more. Nothing do exist anymore because you are changed. Like in the clap of your hands. In one moment of time, you are completely in the way God likes you to see. And this really did happen with me, folks. It really did happen with me. And I told you, as honest I possibly can be. So, I'm gonna see what this DC does me. And 13 or 31. And today it's really 31. No, not really. Because my father's timetable is very different. And also the dates are very different. You understand? So, I don't know what time it is. That's why I say this all the time. Because God did show me His timetable. And I told my Father God, that is not the timetable of the people. That's why I say all the time, I don't know what time it is. I also don't care. I only care about my Father's time. My Father is God. That's why I say this all the time, folks. This is my slogan. This is what I always will use. Because I think it fit very well by the person I walk with. And that is God Himself. And He did show me that He do have another timetable than all the people think. That's why I say all the time, I don't know what time it is. I don't care. I only care about my Father's time. My Father is God, and I am the unknown prophet of God. If you like it or not. If you like it or not, this did come on the end. If you like it or not. I did not say this in the beginning. But I did start to say, when God did show me another timetable than these people do have. And this is how I created this, you know. I don't care about your time. I only care about my Father's time. My Father's time is the time everything will happen, for sure. And precisely on time. Because it's the precisely time of God. Precise time of God. And that's why I tell you all those things, folks. Also, my name, you will understand that I am powering here on the internet. And it will say power end, that mind power will end. And the power I do have comes from the mind into my mouth. And most of the times it will come out like a sword to hurt the souls I need to hurt. With the words what comes out of my mouth like a sword. And that's why my name is Power End. Did I make this name myself? No, folks. No. This also did start to happen on a special way. So Power End is also a very special name, so that you will understand, I will not stay. And that I will stop talking when God says that I need to stop talking. If I stop talking, then I'm not there anymore. Then I stop talking, or else I never will. So I explain precisely who I am and why you see those things. Like Power End. Why this man called Power End. Now you know. That's why my name on the internet, on YouTube, is Power End. Because my power will end. And the best power I do have really comes into the mind from God. Into my mind and out of my mouth. I am connected with God. If I was not connected, you never will hear me on the internet. I am not the fool who will lie to you. From that kind of people, we do have enough fools, right? One fool more, it will not start to happen. So this fool will not fool you. I am the fool of God. I am not the fool of people. And you can try to fool me. But you need to come from very high houses to fool me. I know the devil, folks, and I know his children, and these are all fools who will fool you, but not me. That's why I take a distance from you, because I am different than you, and I can learn you nothing if you do not listen. That's how easy it is. So I better stop talking and start to listen to God, because God did warn me. Yeah, my son, you can go to the internet and start to talk to the people, but they never will listen. But yeah, folks, I got nothing else to do, so this is my life. My life is talking. That's what I'm doing here. And I can do it best. I'm good in it. You tell me, am I good in it? So folks, it's possible that you hear me in these two numbers? Not anymore. That I will be disconnected from you. The possibility is very big that this will happen on these two numbers. Or 31, than it is today. You never will hear me again. Or 30, that you never will hear me again. It also can be somewhere that it will end on 13 or 31 in one of the months or one of the years. I just don't know. But I think we are already in deep trouble. Well, not we, you. You people, you listeners, are in very deep trouble already, you understand? And yeah, folks, it's a sad story. It's sad that this happened to you, you know? You wanna get a normal life and a nice life, and disturbing things are between it. And that is to cry about, folks. And do you like that I cry for you? Because I can start cry directly, folks. I am completely exploded in tears. I am a very, very sad, I'm very sad inside, you know. For me, it's not a problem to cry for you for real. And I can start now. On the command of myself, I can start to cry. Because I see the things what I do not like, and I don't want you to see that you are in it. And yeah, it makes me very sad. And when I cry, always God come in. Yeah, in some kind of way, He don't want me to cry, but He also cry, you know. If I start to cry, then He come to me and say, don't make me cry. He don't like to see me cry. And I got the same thing with God. I told my Father God also, Father God, don't cry, because you make me cry. And we do have the same things, you know. If God cry, I feel it. And when I cry, God come and warn me not to cry. He do not like it. But sometimes I'm not strong enough not to cry, folks, because I live in a world to cry about. And I see many flesh are dying and many flesh to come. What will die? And I saw this already. And I did cry for a few hours when I saw this. But these are all still the things what still need to happen. In what I already told you, I did warn you for 7 years that these things will come. And now the time did come. So that you will get it. And you never did ask for it. I know, folks. Many of you are good people. But the good people will go first. But it's good that the good people go first. The bad people will stay here, folks. And they will get a miserable life. They want this planet, so they will get it. But not in the way they want it. They will get it in the way God will give it to them. Like I told you about Rihanna and the big crowd behind her. All celebs. They're all celebs. Or celebrated, how you call them? Stars, movie stars, porn stars, mannequins, kings, queens. Everything was there. And walking to this big liquid river of, not fire, but red liquid stuff. They did jump in. So I did get a big one, folks. And I take it very seriously. So I will wait what it means. This DC. Or it got something to do with Jesus Christ. Or you can turn it upside down like CD. And then I think about the pop stars. They make CDs. That something big will happen with the pop stars, or an announcement, or dead people, or I leave all the possibilities open. That's always my way of thinking. And then I will see what possibility will fit and will be used. But for now, I still know nothing. But it's a big possibility, folks, that I will leave this earth. It's a very big possibility that God will take me away from you. I just don't know. I'm going to watch it. And God knows very well what I think about this. I hope He take me away, folks, because I think I'm done with you. I told you everything I ever honestly could tell you in God's name. So I hope that God, my dear Father, will take me away today. I hope so. Because I don't want to be with you. You are not my people. You are not my kind. You are not my behavior. The way you talk about, I don't want to listen to. You do have very dirty things. And I keep my distance. So if God take me away today, better God do it today than tomorrow. Or the 13th. Or somewhere the 13th. Or somewhere 31. But I think DC is disconnected.